Welcome back to the Crochet Credits with my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today is a beginner pattern. It is the Pebble Stitch Throw by Yarnspirations, and this is using Bernat Blanket Yarn. The version that you see here is called the Bright. So there's different kinds of Bernat Blanket. It's all based on color, and then you can choose the color that you wish. And it's using 5 balls, and they're the big balls, to make a generous size afghan of 46 inches by 60 inches. So for this yarn you need a 9mm size M crochet hook today, and it's just a really easy pattern to be able to follow. I'm going to be using Caron 1 pound and a size 5mm H crochet hook in order to show you these stitches, but basically you can use this pattern for anything as long as the hook matches the yarn gauge. So let's begin, and let's start off with showing you how to work this pattern. So just as a reminder, I am substituting with Caron 1 pound yarn with a H 5mm crochet hook today. So if you're doing exactly as the pattern, you'll need Bernat Blanket yarn with a 9mm size M crochet hook. So let's begin with the slip knot. So to do a slip knot, you're going to point your finger like this, and you're going to take the strand and you're going to wrap it around your finger twice. Okay, so let's do that again. So take this, see there's no knots on it, so take it around your finger twice. Then you're going to pinch. Okay, so you're pinching everything, so you got both strands coming out at the bottom of your hand. So this is the back of your hand, this is the forward. So you're going to take the back one and just move it up over the forward, but not off the finger, and then take the new back one and go up and over like so. Let me demonstrate that again. So just grabbing it, wrapping it around your finger twice, pinch it, back of your hand, forward. Move the back one over the forward, but not off the finger, and then grab the new back one and up and over. That is a slip knot. So take your hook and insert it into the knot and just pull on the string that's leading to the yarn ball. Don't pull it too tight, but just keep it nice and steady, just like this. So we're now going to chain today, and you're going to chain either 76 or 75 if you would like to be able to do the pattern as is, but if you'd like to change the size of the pattern, you chain in multiples of 2 plus 1. So you just go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Please don't email me to ask me how many chains you need to make for different sizes. All you just need to do is take this chain and just measure it down onto something that you have, and then that, as long as it's in multiples of 2 when you do that, then it's good. When you're satisfied, so you go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. When you're satisfied, just add 1 to it at the end and then stop. And then we're going to begin row number 1. So in row number 1, we're going to work across this chain, and we're going to establish the pattern right away. So we're going to go second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain, this is second. So go to the second chain and turn it up like this, and I want you just to go into the second chain and insert in, pull the yarn through, and that's a single crochet, and I'll demonstrate that again. So then pull through the final 2. I'll demonstrate that again, don't worry about it. So you're going to come into the next chain, and this one will be a double crochet. So wrap that hook first and going into the chain and push through, pull through the one, and you have 3 loops left on your hook. Pull through 2 and pull through 2. So the next one is a single crochet again. So in the next chain available to you, just insert in. So notice I didn't wrap it first. Pull that yarn through and then pull through the final 2 stitches, or 2 loops, sorry. Okay, so the next one is going to be a double crochet. So wrap it first, going into the next one, push through, pull, okay, and then pull through 2 and 2. So let me demonstrate this using technical language that you would see in a pattern. So you're going to single crochet into the next chain. So insert in, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that's more technical language. So the next one is double crochet. So you're just alternating between the 2. So yarning over, pulling through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarning over, pull through 2. So the next one is a single. So do you get the repeat pattern? So it's single, double as you go all the way across your chain. So as long as you kept it in multiples of 2 and then added 1 at the end, you'll always stay in balance with this. So every other stitch is a single crochet, and the stitches in between that are a double. So this is a single, and this is a double, and this is the final stitch. And how do I know that? Well, I know that through experience anyway because I'm out of stitches, but I know it because I started off with a single crochet on this side, so therefore this side must end in a double crochet in this particular pattern. So let's turn our work and let's do row number 2, and then the repeat pattern is just simply just doing row number 2 over and over and over. So remember what we did. Let's turn it back for a second. We have a double crochet, single, double, single, double. So in order to make the pebble look, when you turn it, the first stitch here is a double. So this time when you go across, it's gonna be a single. So chain up 1 and then just a single crochet into that one because it's a double underneath, so you're changing what the stitch is, so it's a single. And then you start your repeat pattern. So the next one is a double. And you're thinking, well, I have to remember that. Your mind will start doing it automatically. So the next one is single. And the next one is double. This pattern type, this stitch is used a lot in clothing. So it's a good beginner pattern to be able to understand because you'll see this happening in most patterns. So this is a double and single and double. And that's double crochet and single crochet is the next. And then coming across, so the next one is a double. The next one is a single, and the last one ends up being double again, which is right because the last one here is a single underneath. So whenever you finish a row, you'll always end up with a double crochet at the very end. So this eliminates those lines that you typically see within crochet work. So let's turn our work and let's repeat. So we keep repeating what we just learned. So the last one was a double crochet that you saw. So this time when you chain up 1, it'll be a single on top of it. So single is your starting. So chain 1 single, and then the next one is a double, and then single and double. And honestly, once you get used to this, your mind pretty much does the work, and you don't have to really think about it too much. And once your eyes really train to what you're seeing, you automatically will do it as well. So it's just single, double, single, double. So what will be the last stitch? If you remember, the last stitch will be a double crochet because there's a single here and because it's in line with the stitch as well. So that was a single, so the last one must be a double. Let's just review one more time. So turning it, this is double this time here. So chain 1, and we always start off the row the same thing. So it's single and then double and single and double, and do that all the way across. So when I get to the other side, I'm going to show you how to do the border. The border is just one round. It just kind of brings everything together just as a nice frame for your particular blanket. Again, a very easy pattern to do. We've done this pattern before a few times actually in different kinds of yarn. We've actually have a Caron 1 Pound done in this kind of yarn. I believe it is a dog or a cat blanket as well. So the last one must be a double crochet because that's what the pattern says, but also that's keeping it in line. So let's begin to do the border. So we're gonna work a border around evenly. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a square, it doesn't have to be a rectangle, you can decide what you want it to be. So when you're ready, you're just gonna chain up 1 and you're going to continue along. So in the same one here, you're going to put in 3 single crochets. So 1 right in the corner, 2 and 3. And you're gonna work down the side of your project and just equally space out single crochets. Okay, I'm not counting, I'm just inserting the hook to where I believe the stitches should be. And you're just working evenly all the way down. Once you get all the way to the base on this last one, you're going to put in 3 single crochets, and that allows you to turn the corner, and then you're gonna work across the bottom edge. Again, just single crochet. So when you're on the bottom and top edge, you can actually physically see the stitches, where on the sides you're working into a side of a row. So just equally space it. You don't have to do anything more to this blanket after you're done this round. So it doesn't really matter even if you're off by anything, as long as it's still laying flat when you're done. And then the last one, you're going to put in your 3 single crochets again. and then work your way up the side. And what are you going to do when you get to the top of the side? That's right, you're going to do your 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and then keep turning, and you're going to do your final border across. This is the top where you had been working before, so you just want to do 1 single crochet into each, going across. So you can see you just circled the whole thing. Okay, and when you get back to the original where you started, just slip stitch to the first one. So just go into the first stitch and then just pull through and through, and then that's it. So what I want you to do is I want to show you how to finish this off. So I'm just going to trim my yarn, and I'm going to pull through that loop just like this. You'll do this with your Bernat blanket as well. And insert this into your darning needle. And just go back and forth underneath the stitches, underneath. So across, and then back in the other direction for 2, and back in the other direction for 3. And then that's it. So you just weave in your yarn like that, so back and forth 3 times. You will not have it fall out of your work. You could just trim it right down. You can get rid of that other one because I kind of buried it as I went around, and therefore there would be my little miniature sample of a blanket if you wanted to do this. So this is the Pebble Throw by yarnspirations.com. This is a beginner pattern, really quite easy to follow with 1 border of doing single crochet. Till next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarn Inspirations. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.